Hi YouTube, VOD watchers, and anyone just joining the stream. I'm having such a hard time with this. I'll be honest, I'm kind of using this like a test stream because I'm having some weather stuff today. But today it's just going to be a random assortment of things. I'm going to be using this time basically to prep for other streams that I've been wanting to do. So most likely we're going to be seeing Yote, Silksong, Nier, Persona 3, and maybe some others. At the end of this, I might go grab my other PlayStation and then do some more Gilgamesh practice. But yeah, this stream is going to be used for basically to give me an excuse to prepare for those other streams while also having something to do in the meantime. For Persona 3, I am basically done. I have all the personas that I need for each of the respective arcanas, being Justice, the Chariots, the Emperor, the Hermit, the Hierophant, the Magician, and I wanted a Strength Arcana because of a social link we get later in the Chariots, what's it called? The Chariot social link. But yeah, for the most part, everything for P3 is done. There's just one thing I did want to do while I was getting everything I need, because I was also grinding for like items such as I didn't get any like SP items, unfortunately, but I did get like a bunch of other stuff like healing items and other damaging assortments of items along those lines, and a bunch of skill cards on top of that. But there's one item I wanted to get that was an armor I got for Makoto that was really good, but I died to the Reaper because it was on a weird floor. I might come back to this though, because it is basically done and I have to work on some other games. I can start with Ghost of Yote, I suppose. It is something I can do. But the thing about if I was to start with Silksong, it would be a lot I'd have to do, because I actually am rolling back a file by the Steel Soul I'm on by a lot. Specifically before I basically messed up me being able to go to the slab via the jailers. So we missed out on a lot of dialogue for that lore run, so I am going to be rolling the save back so we can get that for the lore run. And then I just have to hope that the jailers will still be around long enough after the fact so I can get the Cursed Bud to then be able to get that interaction when the jailer tries to catch Hornet after being infected with the curse. There was something I needed to do for Nier as well, but I just have no memory of it. I have genuinely, like, no memory of what all I have to do there. I remember I needed to get some items. I think I also needed to grind, like, some money to be able to buy chips, to be able to condense them all down to the things I need them to be. But just because I think Yote will be the quickest thing, we'll start with that. I'm sorry for any like dips in quality on the stream. Like I said, I'm also using this to test the weather. This is actually supposed to be a Persona... This is actually supposed to be a Persona 3 stream. Like, if you look right here, it was supposed to be this, but I got a weather warning saying that things would not be working. Also, probably just be chilling with Color Your Night most of the stream. So the work I have to do for Yote is just fill out the map, so that way the next time I play it, we will have things to do when the stream starts. The kid has nothing for me. just need to circle back and fill out this whole gap here. There's like a bunch of stuff around here that I have to fill in. Actually, it'd be smarter to do it from this side first. I don't remember if this is on the hill, is it? No. What was that? Oh. Couldn't quite see what it was. What I seek to find. Now think about it, I hope that the audio on the for like the background music I'm playing right now isn't too loud. Hopefully it's fine. Hopefully it's not too quiet actually. Because from what I'm seeing on my end for the audio levels, and I'm also now thinking about I hope my mic isn't too loud on top of that. Let's just put it around there, hope it's fine. That's why I wish they didn't take out how the Fog of War worked from Tsushima. Wish that clearing out certain things of the map actually just unvoided a large chunk of it instead. I have to do this every time I play the game. It's something I used to do for Tsushima until I remember the fact that once you do everything on the island for the most part, what the hell? Nothing. It auto fills out the whole island for you, and it also reveals anything you missed on the map. And for Tsushima it was worse because traversing the map over long distances and trying to fill it all out yourself is genuinely horrid. But the difference is you don't have to, unlike with this game. And someone can make the argument that you don't have to do it for this game. If you want 100%, you sure as hell do. Like, to this day, I'm realizing there was stuff about this game I actually missed on my first playthrough. Like, this guy? Manjiro, the bear. I missed an event, apparently, that you can have with him, and you get his, Saya. Mountain Bear's Pride. It's actually a really good Saya, too, on top of that. So this is something I missed on my first playthrough because I just never found him, and I found him while I was going over the map. And here's me looking through my Sayas. Yeah, this is his, and like I said, really cool, genuinely. I think it's one of the better Sayas in the game. But that was just something I missed, and the game doesn't tell you, doesn't inform you about it or anything like that. That's only stuff you get if you traverse that. I guess that's kind of the point, in a way. Like, they would want you to explore. Oh, here it is. This is the event. He tries fighting the samurai, he gets headbutted, and then killed immediately. But yeah, like, basically the game doesn't tell you that you can do that. And something else now I think about it that I don't like about this game compared to Tsushima is that they do not tell you if you have all of the, what's it called? The vanity pieces, like, properly and truly. So whether that be, like, masks or hats that you can have Atsu wear, because there were some that are seemingly tied to events that you have to wander around the overworld to find, that the game will just not tell you exist otherwise. That's what happened with, where is it? Manjiro's Saya and stuff, and his sword kit. Just stuff that I had to find by myself. And I'm still, and on top of that, I'm not sure I found everything, whether it be charms or cosmetic pieces. So That's why I would go as far as say if you really want to make sure you have everything as a completionist, you literally just have to wander. You have to go around the entire map for the most part and just top to bottom clear everything you can. And there's no real way around it. Like, and actually, I just realized I never finished the thought I had earlier. I think I can understand why it seems to be designed that way intentionally. Like, it's very clear that Sucker Punch wants you to explore this world, and obviously, for obvious reasons why, it is genuinely, like, it is a very just objectively gorgeous open world, or overworld, or whatever. From just the colors and stuff. And it is fun to traverse for the most part, but it's just I wish there was ways to make it more efficient. I wish there were certain things that the game told you about. Like how many cosmetic pieces are left in the overworld, if there are, how many are tied to specific events or anything like that. Kind of like the common courtesy things that you got for the Iki DLC for Ghost of Tsushima. Like things you have to go out of your way to find for the most part, because the map, nothing about it really tells you where they are, unless you just memorize it for yourself. Like I did. There's still ways to make it to where you can force, so in quotation, the player to explore the world, while also not making it feel like a chore to do so. Because like I said, I would have to, in order to make sure I have like all the charms and stuff, which I'm still not sure I have, and then also leveling them up on top of that. I still haven't done that. It's something I need to do. Just so that way the next time I stream this game properly by itself, it'll make things more efficient. And then less of my time will be wasted on, oh, I have to remember I need to upgrade the Oni's Flame Charm, and then I also need to remember to upgrade Fire Walking, so I need to kill people with fire arrows. And then, oh, I'm not sure how many, like, you know, cosmetic pieces I have left to find and all that. Right? I just think there's ways the next few updates, they really, like, I'm surprised I haven't done it yet now I think about it. After, you know, adding New Game Plus, I'm surprised I haven't added how many cosmetic pieces are left to find in the world, like how you had in Tsushima. That just seems like a very basic feature that is not here for some reason. Or like how many random events there are tied to getting cosmetics, or just ways to make clearing out the overworld map more efficient. I guess I'm sounding overtly negative, but it's just, I love this game so much when I first played it. I think it was a genuinely very worthy successor to my second favorite game of all time. But that's why I'm being so, I guess, rough when it comes to these criticisms, is because the rest of the game was so good that when I see these little glaring issues, it just makes it so much more annoying and present. Kind of like with Bloodborne. Bloodborne has some issues that the entire game is so good in of itself that when you notice those few little issues it has, it is genuinely unbearable because everything else about the game is perfect. Why is this one specific thing about it the way it is? It's the same thing, like having to farm for blood vials in Bloodborne, or having to farm for insight to some degree to get like certain cosmetic pieces if you want to go for the equivalent of 100%, which is all items. Like all obtainable items, basically. Just realize I'm not going where I need to be. There's some other issues that for some reason I'm having. Oh yeah, the Chalice dungeons. Like I think they should have done more with the Chalice dungeons, sorry, than they ended up doing. They kind of just seemed there, like an afterthought, sorry, that they just threw in because, oh, players will like this, right? I guess. Should we add to it? Nah, not really, it's fine. or like just another thing, like just having to farm for certain resources in Bloodborne becomes an issue genuinely during certain points, especially based off of your skill level. Like for me, I'm fairly confident at the game. Competent at the game, not confident. Well, I guess both. But if you're new to the game, you might have to spend a lot of time early on just farming enemies to get blood, not just blood vials, but just farm enough blood echoes to be able to buy blood vials and quicksilver bullets. Like there was a streamer I watch occasionally, and actually there's a few streamers, now I think about it, I've seen this happen too, where they, you know, it's their first experience with Bloodborne, and they end up having to take the time to farm for blood vials and quicksilver bullets because they die so often, and the game really just does not give you any efficient, like, means to do that. There is why'd I stop? There is one way to make it more efficient, but it's not a feature that the game itself gives you. It's literally, it's something called a save edited chalice. Basically, there's a community in Bloodborne, a sub-community in it called the Tomb Prospectors, and their whole thing is dedicated to the chalice dungeon system in the game, despite how arguably severely underutilized it is. And a lot of these Tomb Prospectors, they found a way to go into the game files, so to speak. I'm not even sure how to describe it, but there are these things called save edited chalices that are created by the community, and a lot of them have specific purposes behind them, like for example getting specific blood gems, or more predominantly the use for it is at this point blood echo farming. And that blood echo farming is that chalice dungeon now specifically made, it has a very infamous name, but that dungeon was specifically made for, you guessed it, blood vial farming, basically level farming, obviously on top of that because of how many blood echoes you get. But if we're being realistic, you use it to farm for blood vials, like to get enough blood echoes to be able to buy all the blood vials and quicksilver bullets you need. And in a vacuum, when you think about it, it's not as big of an issue as I'm making it out to be, but when literally every other aspect of the game is literally perfect, those little issues end up standing out so much more than they would otherwise. Bamboo rock. Uh-oh. Can you die? How am I still alive? Okay, well, I found Saito cache. And there was nothing in it, it was just a waste of time and ammunition. Goody! What is this? It's probably the altar reflection. I guess I'll go to it so that way it's at least on the map so I can pick it up on stream. But yeah, it's the same thing with like, and I even have complaints about that, like with Ghost of Tsushima. For example, farming flowers in Ghost of Tsushima is the worst experience ever. Genuinely. And if you want like true completion, you have to get all of the what's it called? The like the armor dyes and stuff, and sayas, and the like all the different dyes for the bows, just literally every cosmetic piece in the game, outside of ones you can find organically in the overworld, you have to farm flowers for in order to get. But here's the horrible thing. Like, it's not like in this game, which the major issue that Ghost of Tsushima had that they ended up fixing in this game is that... Can I not teleport to that? Travel? Oh, it looks like I can. I think. Okay, yeah, I can. The issue that Ghost of Tsushima had that this game fixed is whenever you pick flowers, it's 1 per drop. So every time you see a flower patch in Ghost of Tsushima, it's not like in this game where you get like 4, 5, 6 flowers per like group you farm, right? That's not what I wanted to do. You can tell how long it's been since I played this game. At least my horse didn't get hit by the fire. I don't even know where I'm going. Oh, it's just an alternate entrance. I lost my train of thought. It threw me off because I did not mean to use that Oni fire. What was I saying? Oh yeah, in Ghost of Tsushima, every time you farm a flower, it's like 1. Literally, if you see a flower and you pick it up, you only get 1 from it. In this game, they fixed that, so you get like 4 or 5. And there's even armor sets in the game that give you more flowers per drop. So by the time I was even halfway through the game, I did not really need flowers. But in Ghost of Tsushima, there have been several points during my many playthroughs of the game where if I wanted, like, what is my definition of true 100%, which is all possible things that you can acquire in the game, I had to spend up... The last time I played the game, before I did my playthrough to prepare for Ghost of Yotei, I spent 5 to 6 hours running around the entirety of Tsushima, the Tsushima overworld map. Not even a part of it, the entire map, farming every single possible location you can pick up flowers, just to be able to have enough to get all the cosmetics I need. Which I don't think I need to explain why that's just ridiculous. And yeah, I guess it is a hyper-specific issue, but the way I say it, it was enough of an issue that they, in this game, it was one of the first problems that they addressed and fixed from Tsushima. So just from the 3 games I've been talking about, like I said, in a vacuum, you would think these are not that, they will not be that big of an issue, but when every other aspect of the game is literally perfect, or close to perfect, those little things stick out so horrendously. Just so horrendously. I could probably think of another game I really like that has a similar thing. Like Hollow Knight, now that I think about it. And this is more like it's unironically leans into controversial territories for some people, unironically. I think Hollow Knight should have had a New Game Plus for a variety of reasons, and I think that especially so with Silksong. Because for either Hollow Knight or Silksong, there's certain items or charms or things like that that you get so late into the game that either there's literally no use for it, either there's no point in using it, or you had something way better from way before, and there's no real way to just be able to go through the entire game and play with like certain specific charms or anything like that, right? And it's worse in Silksong because of all the crests, like the Shaman crest, I think is the best example of this. Of like, you get this crest so late in the game, and by the time you get it, you'll either have killed almost every single boss in the, like, in the map for the game, or the few that you can use it on, you might not even go out of your way to use it because you've already spent most of the game playing with, for example, like the Reaper, Wanderer, or Hunter, or literally every other crest you can get in the game that isn't the Shaman crest. And there's also the Witch crest, but here's the thing, if you know what you're doing, you can get the Witch crest extremely early. Extremely early. So it's literally just the Shaman crest that you get, like, during the final act of the game, after several major story events in the game itself, and you just really can't use it. So because of that, I do generally think that Silksong should have a New Game Plus for things like that, and it's not even just that one specific instance. There's like a bunch of tools and stuff that you can only get till later in the game, that by that point you'd either have done everything already, or there's no point in using it because you're already accustomed to using something else or whatever, right? But like I said, when it comes to Metroidvanias and the topic of New Game Pluses, it does genuinely get like divisive with some people, because people make the argument as like, well, it's a Metroidvania, that will go against the entire purpose of what a Metroidvania is, you know, that's not how it works. And the same with Hollow Knight, there's certain charms you get way too late in the game to even bother using. Or there's like, issues Oh yeah, that's another thing that happens both in Hollow Knight and Silksong. There's certain tools in the game, or charms, that you can only... is once per file. So you can't have, like, all 3 variants of the Silk Shot in Silksong, or in Hollow Knight's case, you cannot have both of the DLC charms you get for... Sounds like someone there. What? Oh, I know what that is. I lost my train of thought and it threw me off. Yeah, in Hollow Knight, there's the Carefree Melody, and then there's the Grimchild, and you can only get once per playthrough. And if you were to be realistic, it's only ever really a choice of the Grimchild, because Carefree Melody, unless you're a challenge runner, or literally fighting the hardest modded boss ever created for Hollow Knight, which is any Radiance, it literally has no purpose. Who the f... Hold up, sorry. Two people I killed with Foaming Flame. That was, I guess, a random event. Okay. Back to chill vibes and yapping. I think I can afford to raise the music a little bit more. I completely lost track of what I was talking about. Oh yeah, yeah. There's just a lot of instances in both Silksong and Hollow Knight, more so Silksong than Hollow Knight because of how much bigger it is compared to Hollow Knight, where you can only go like once per playthrough, and you can only pick my bad. Apparently we're back in it. You can only pick one, like, specific thing per file, and most of the time it's literally not worth it to pick, like, a certain other choice on whatever, you know, playthrough you're doing, especially in Hollow Knight's case. Like, you're not picking Carefree Melody over Grimchild. And the only reason why you would is if you hate the fetch quest aspect of Hollow Knight that much compared to, just like the rest of the game, for the most part. And that fetch quest part of Hollow Knight being, you know, running around and collecting the Grimkin flames and stuff, right? But even then, like I said, Carefree Melody compared to what is its Silksong equivalent in Magnetite Dice is so laughably bad and pathetic, and there's not a single scenario where you will choose it over Grimchild. And even Grimchild, I like Grimchild a lot. I use it a lot. When it's like, there's a certain, like, I guess, set of charms I pick whenever I play Hollow Knight and just go around the map. It's always like Sprint Master, Dash Master, Gathering Swarm, Sharp Shadow, Grimchild, Grub Song, and Wayward Compass. I think there might be one other one. But those are the charms I have whenever I'm just exploring the map. Obviously when I'm in combat or doing something specific, I change them around. But even then, like, I just think there should be like a New Game Plus, so that way you can have like basically every possible charm in the game. And there's only ever really 2 instances where you cannot have every charm that is acquirable. In those instances being what's it called? Correct. Those instances being I died. Who are you? Cannot believe I got that off. Or that. Jeez, Mom. I think I did it. But yeah, the only two instances in Hollow Knight where you cannot pick like every single possible option and have it all on a single save file is Carefree Melody, Grimchild, and then King Soul. But even then, like I said, King Soul by itself is so pathetic, why would you ever use it? But it would just be nice to be able to have all of those options. So that's why I think, you know, New Game Pluses would be nice for at least Hollow Knight and Silksong, especially Silksong. Because there's a lot of instances in Silksong where, hey, you can only have this once per file, or you can only have certain events happen once per file. All the Silksong variations, and I think there's even a few other cases, like Steel Soul has tools that you can't get in the base game and vice versa. For Silksong, so yeah, it's just things like that that annoy me about the game. That I think it would be very beneficial to have a New Game Plus 4 so you can have everything. But like I said, that's more of a divisive topic with Silksong and Hollow Knight because of them being Metroidvanias and how they work and all that stuff. And like I said, there's people who adamantly are against the concept of a New Game Plus in a Metroidvania because of how the game works. But yeah, those are just examples I can think of like games I love that have little nitpicks that really are, they should just be that, but because of how good every other aspect of the game is, they stick out so much more. And you just really start thinking to yourself, why didn't they retro, like, especially after, in certain cases like Ghost of Tsushima, or Bloodborne, or even Hollow Knight to some measure, like, years after the fact, they could have done things to remedy, like, those specific situations I'm talking about, but it's just whatever. Like, I don't think you should have to grind for blood vials the way you do, for the most part, in Bloodborne. I don't think you should have to run around the whole map if you really want to have true 100% in Ghost of Yotei. I don't think you really should have to do what I'm doing right now. I think it's very foolish to some measure. Tedious, definitely. And it's not even like I hate traversing the overworld for Yotei. I like it a lot more than Tsushima, but it's still like, I have to open my map to make sure I'm not leaving any, you know, spots that I have to then turn around and go back, because in this game, I have had instances where I thought I was in range for certain things to pop up on the map. You know, just get close enough in order to be like, hey, there's this thing over here, but nope. Apparently I need to be, in some cases, in direct line of sight for the game to be like, oh yeah, by the way, you missed this. But it is what it is, I guess. Now I just need to think about another conversation topic to talk about while I'm doing all this. Why am I blinking? Maybe I should have streamed Persona instead, like I wanted to, because everything seems to be running good on the stream end. Once I clear out, or not clear out, once I fill in a lot of stuff on the map. Probably, yeah. This is actually not that much left. Because I did this entire side over here. It's just everything over here. Stuff in here. Entirety of over here, actually. over here is more tied to the main objective stuff, so I'm going to be avoiding that for the most part. And also just stuff around here because I do not want to trigger... Actually, I should leave this whole area alone. Now I think about it and I'm looking at it, because a lot of these will they will drag me to the main story quests, I think, for the most part. Or the bounties especially. This is a main story thing if I recall correctly. So I guess it'll just be... This is a Saito camp, if I recall correctly. Now I'm looking at the map, I think I'm actually in a position where I can just clear out some of these other little blotches and then do something else for one of the other games I have to prep for, like Silksong. I have to load my save and make sure I have everything that I need on it for Silksong, so that way we can just get kidnapped and sent to the jail so I can get all that lore that I missed. And that'd also be my first time doing the slab captured on stream. Yeah, this whole area I'm just gonna avoid. Let me go up here instead. The sneeze. At least it feels like it. My teeth hurt. Well, that's not quite a feeling, though, I think. It's more like they're numb? Question mark? Oh, I know what to talk about. I mentioned it briefly the last stream because of how long Tartarus was taking. I started watching Naruto recently. Like, what a lot of people would consider, like, the anime. When, like, the first thing that pops up in a lot of people's minds when they hear the word anime. And I briefly mentioned in that stream that I've been really enjoying it. Like, a lot. And it ended up being way better than I thought it would have been. Not even to say that I thought it was overhyped or anything like that, but just from what I've seen of it so far, it is genuinely, like, very cool. Like, the way they have, like, everything with the chakra and how the different jutsus and stuff, from ninjutsu, genjutsu, and taijutsu, all that stuff, I think it's really cool. It's generally one of the most interesting power systems, if you would, I've seen in media for a long time. And the way it works, and just how you can get subtle variations of it, and when you think about it, it's the same thing, but in function it's so different from each other. Like how shadow clones, how certain shadow clones might be performed between the different ninja villages, like the Mist Village version of it versus the Hidden Leaf Village. I guess one thing I've been hesitant to really comment on whenever I have spoken with somebody about it is Sasuke. I know that he was actually hated for the most part in Naruto. I don't know if it's a hot take to say that. The thing is, I can actually understand why. He might not have been... Oh, well. He might not have been overtly liked, but weirdly enough, I'm not sure whether to say I don't mind him or if I do like him or not as a character. But I can understand why he would be hated, because there are times where he just seems to be an asshole for the sake of being an asshole. Especially to Naruto. Even though, like, Naruto is a character I find very interesting in the sense that he's naive and childish in a lot of ways, but he's also exceedingly mature in others. It's definitely because of how he was treated growing up in the Hidden Leaf Village. Him being a child born into a curse, basically. Him being the thing that has the Nine-Tails sealed away, and then all the very least adults hated him. Because, oh, you killed my family members. Like, yeah, the demon fox that was sealed in this child. It was actually the child that killed your husband or brother or whatever, right? Yeah, definitely not the demon fox that's currently trapped inside of said child. It's the child's fault. But with that, right, I think because of how Naruto was treated in his youth, I'm trying to think of how to say it. The way he interacts with Sasuke is interesting because it's clear he has a respect for him. Like, so far, based off, like, the Chunin exam, right? How he was generally pissed with Sasuke when he basically was starting to go into his coward arc when Orochimaru showed up. And he was saying to Sasuke, is like, the Sasuke I know wouldn't be cowering like this. He'd be trying to fight. He'd be confident. He'd be trying to stand up for himself, all these other things, right? And that's what these words that Naruto was saying to him help Naruto, not Naruto, Jesus, help Sasuke bounce back and actually lock in like he should have been. Trying to get this on the map and then leave. Also simultaneously not triggering anything. Let me also break this down so I can get this on the map and teleport. Yeah, good to see you drop by before going to sleep. Hope you do as well as the previous stream. Hey, actually, how would I even... Your real name, 911... Would you just, would you be fine if I said, just referred to you as 911? I'll think about it. And, yeah, thanks for stopping by again. Yeah, this stream is, prep work for a bunch of other games I've been meaning to stream again. Like, I did prep work for Persona 3 while I was preparing for a Persona stream, funnily enough. But there's only one thing I would want to do before playing the game again, and it's really not necessary, so I'm just working on filling out the map for Ghost of Yote, so next time I play that, I won't have to aimlessly wander around. Everything will be in close enough vicinity, I can fast travel to whatever I need. And, there's Silksong, there's some stuff I have to do in Silksong as well. I have to load back a file, actually. And then do a whole crap ton of stuff to prepare for something I missed while I was doing my Still Solo run. And there's something I needed to do in Nier, but I don't remember what it was. It's been like a month since I played it, so... It could be real name, 911, sounds hilarious. Yeah, I guess I'll go with the real name. There we go. That's who's having a hard time climbing that. But yeah, this is a prep work stream. And just chilling with, you know, music in the background, yapping about whatever comes to mind. Because there will not be much happening for a lot of these. Alright, that's on the map now. I just need to teleport down and fill in this marsh for the most... no, I don't really have to. It's something I can do later. It's just this area around here I need to fill in. Actually, the more I'm looking at this map, I'm kind of done. Yeah, I'm done. I can switch games now. Good luck. By the way, how's the audio levels for everything? The background music isn't too loud, right? And my mic isn't too loud on top of that. Where everything's just drowning each other out. Hopefully not, right? Because I am generally concerned about that. I hope that everything audio-wise is good. Like, do I need to raise anything up? Or lower anything else? try to figure out what I needed to do for Nier. I missed the screenshot. Pissed. Something else I could do, I can try getting those challenges done for Ultra Kill. That's something else. I'm actually glad Gosiote filling out the parts of the map I needed to didn't take overtly long. Hello, Chubi9S, long time no see. What did I need to do? Quests. Let me look at what quests I have. Those are completed ones. I just need active. The Goliath, who was named Edgils. Yeah, we have to figure out how to talk to him again, because last time we played this game, he would not speak to us. I still don't know where to get memory alloy from. I need to grind money. That's what I need to do. I need to grind money so I can actually finish this bum's quest. Also need to get some speed chips that, yeah, okay, it's all starting to come back to me. I need to get some speed chips so I can actually do this quest on top of that. What else? I got the carnival picture right. No, I also got the picture. The last one I need to get is the Oasis, and I don't know how to get that. Where could they be? No idea. Paradise. I need to level up as well to be able to do this more effectively. Mysterious letter. That's DLC stuff. Let me look at my weapons because I need to upgrade them. Actually, no. I need to speak to this guy over here. Wrong button. Too many games. What game was I playing? Oh, Persona. I need to buy this stuff. And I also need to buy the stuff at Pascal's Village. There's another place I need to get some weapons from. I don't remember where though. Right now I'm more concerned about upgrades. Machine arms. I don't think I've ever seen that. Pristine cables, I can get that. Memorabilia, that's out. Need scratch cables. Something I need to grind for. Machine torso. I think I can actually upgrade pristine cables, gold ore. I'm not sure I've actually found yet though. Meteorite shard. I'm not sure I have anything like that. Black pearls definitely do it. Beast hide, okay. Yeah. We need to start killing some animals, unfortunately. Shop. Wrong button. Do you have any speed up? Maybe movement speed up chips, that's what they're called. No. Did you have it? Oh yeah, this stuff too. I need to buy, and then more RAM. Where are my movement speed up chips? Do not have what I need. I think I just need to find them. gonna suck to have to remember how to play this because this is not an easy game. I've gone a month without playing it properly. Okay, we got some money. Teeth so hurt for some reason. Wrong button. Tree seed, do not care. Spawn. I do not feel comfortable fighting them though. Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's how I can kill these guys more easily. Because I have this thing now. Okay, so yeah, grinding these things is not going to suck as much. I mean, it's still going to suck just because of the nature of what they are, but... Like, look at this. You have an enemy that, literally bounces around perpetually. Doesn't hold still, and then its one weak point moves. Where's this thing going? This is stupid. I do not like farming these things. The only other thing I can do is, but it's risky. That's the thing I suppose. Touching these things basically kills me. It either one-shots me or gets me close to one-shot range. That is not. Let me try killing you. Because you're bouncing around for no reason. Okay, that did less damage than I thought it would. Can you please die? I'm only doing this because I still need titanium. Please drop it. Okay, yep. Oh, hey, Ferd. Sorry if I missed your message. Just trying not to die. This is just going to be a stream I'm going to do to prep for other streams in the future. So, Persona 3, I already did the prep work for Ghost of Yotei. I'm doing prep work for Nier Automata now. Then it'll probably be a lot of Silksong prep work because I actually plan on rolling back my save to before we entered the slab, so that way I can get the stuff I missed there because I was more concerned about getting the bug, the cursed bud interaction. But right now I'm just resource gathering in Nier Automata because that's all I can really do as of right now without progressing too far. I need titanium, I need to find where to get memory alloy, I need machine body parts. To be. Thank you. What's this? Wrong button. tree sap. Or tree seed, not sap. I also need to kill some enemies and get some movement speed chips for a quest. Nice, good luck with what you with what you were trying. Yeah, I might also try to play a little bit of Ultra Kill to see if I can get some challenges done. I'm trying my Shaman build using mods and Silksong right now. It's funny you should bring that. I was talking about that earlier. How I know it's a divisive topic because it's Metroidvania and stuff, but at a certain point, I'll go as far as say I'm not so sure about Hollow Knight at this point because you know they're working on Silksong, but I think Silksong needs a New Game Plus because there's too many things in Silksong that you literally cannot access till like the ass end of the game, and at that point there's nothing to use it on. And the Shaman Crest is the perfect example of that. Of a crest that you can't get till like the very end of the game, and that by that point you would have either killed everything, or there's no point in even using it because you're too used to using other stuff. So yeah, I know it's divisive because you know the nature of what a Metroidvania is, and how people say that New Game Pluses go against the inherent concept of what they are. But there's just too many things in Silksong where you just can't use it till the end of the game, literally. The Dice Vault, Filament, Injector Band, Long Claw, and Storm, Sharp Darts, Pale Needles, yeah. You need a boss rush ASAP. Yeah, either a boss rush mode or just something that gives us everything from the start so that we can actually use half the stuff, right? But for all we know, we could be getting that with a Sea of Sorrow. But we just have to wait for it to come out first. What do I have on me now that I think about it? 2B is almost dead. Let me fix that. Items... Materials, right? Copper, silver, I haven't found gold then, yeah. 1 titanium, beast hide, warped wire, I need those. Scratch coil. Strip screw, yeah, that's something else I need. Silver cable on top of that. Pristine cables too, I don't remember where they dropped though. Pyrite. Anyways, gotta hop off, see you later. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Fern. Leveled up one, that's actually pretty good. How much money do I have? 15,000, nowhere near enough what I need for a lot of things. I also need to get beast hide, but that is very just getting anything from animals in this game is risky. They just one-shot you for some ungodly reason. Hold still. Oh my god. I love enemies that run. Do you guys not drop? You got mail. Wait, what? Hold on.
like the transporter we installed in the city ruins has gone offline. Our surface activity is going to be severely limited until we get it fixed. Can you head over there and get it working again when you have a sec?
Will do.
Thanks, 2B. Sending the details now.
Okay.
Report. Mail
We have to repair
notification.
something. Terminal repair accepted. That's an entirely new quest I just picked up. I don't even know where that is. Actually, hold up. Oh wait, no, let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. Okay, no, this is main story stuff. What was I trying to do? I don't even remember. I can also try going fishing during this time, but that'll just take too long. You always got my back, and of course I got your back. Don't you worry about it. It's been a good day, good night. It's gonna be a good day, good night. Oh yeah, I meant to go to the desert because the desert has a lot of the enemies actually drop the specific parts I need, I think. Nothing comes between us, dancing like ballerinas under the moonlight all night long. How these plain and simple scenes get painted so vividly by you. I just wanna stay with you. Probably should have got a medal, now I think about it, because there's just an achievement in this game that's related to that. Oh, you're dead. I actually have to pay attention to what these guys are dropping on top of that after I kill them, so maybe not mindlessly kill them as much. Auto item use, garbage. I guess I could sell it. It's not entirely worthless garbage. Rusted clamp, not quite what I need. Keep track of all the items. Iron ore. Not getting the things I need. Auto item use. Broken circuit. Wow, the thing I have had for like the past 4 years, not the memory alloy. I need like warped wires and stuff, man. That's what I need. And severed cables. Auto item use. Auto item use. Remember, did the enemies in the jungle drop those items more? Or? Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm not getting what I need. This one just XP and money for me. guess that's the only good thing about doing this. Yeah, these enemies are just not dropping what I need. Ow. What is this? Iron ore, wow. So I think this is a waste of time going out this way. First, I just go back to the jungle. I think they actually dropped more of the items I needed there. Problem is, everything out there can kill me very easily, so maybe I should go back to the resistance camp first. How do I fast travel again? Oh wait, no, I have to be at, okay. Yeah, that's right, I have to do it through the terminals and stuff. Can't just pick a place on the map and be like, hey, take you there. What is this? Garbage. Let me save as well and also check my mail. What is this? Hit the mic, sorry. As I mentioned over laser communications, the access points at the center of the city ruins is malfunctioning, and its data upload function, transporter function, and more are currently halted. According to the analysis team, possible causes include a faulty... Did I already do this? Forwarding terminal, or perhaps even radio interference being emitted by enemies in the area. Please head to the site and check it out when you can. Thanks, operator 6 or 60, 60, whatever, transport. City ruins. PS4 load times, man. Oh yeah, I came here so I could save. Quick save and then hard save on top of that, just to make absolutely sure. What? Where did I want? Oh, the jungle. Transport. Where's this? No. No. I guess here. Where the... I thought this said front. I just realized it said fort. This is not at all where... okay, center. That's where I want to be. Okay, so a lot of meat. There are the anemones. Pyrite, well, not quite. Deadly heal dodge. Titanium alloy. Maybe this place would be better for grinding then. Just wish the enemies did not suck so much to fight. See, exactly what I'm talking about. HP ups, wow. As if I need those. Broken key, wow. Oh, there we go, silver cable. What's the clamp? No robot parts though. HP up. Rusted clamp. Anti-chain damage. That's actually kind of useful. Pyrite. Useless. What is this? Garbage. I hate how you cannot get out of that once you're in it. Okay. Offensive heal. Mushroom. That's actually useful, I think. Garbage. Severed cable. That is very useful. I need those. Iron ore. I'm pissed. There we go. Deadly heal. Severed cable. And not going in there. A little area on the map. Where is it? Right here. Cannot go here. We're way too underlevel for that. Well, if we killed all the enemies. No, never mind. There's some over here. And they're all spear guys. Great. Oh my god, I don't die. Why did that one take 400 years to explode? Oh, there's one more. And none of them dropped anything, at At least nothing worth my time. Great. Pyrite, wow. It's actually a very efficient farming run, I just noticed. If I can go in a circle, I'll loop back all the way around to the save point we started at. Wrong button. Let me look at my materials. Titanium, we got 2 of those. Silver. Warped wires. We have enough of those now. Why does that always just kill the audio? At least it looks like it does. What the hell is use device times then? No. Not that either. Not that either. No. What about this? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think that'll work. Probably work better than what was going on before. What was I doing? Yeah, I was trying to save. See if I can reload. Actually, I need to get out of the way eventually. Let me look at what all I would even have to do in Silksong if I loaded back a save before where the... I thought that was the cards. PS5, before, the jailers. Use this function, it'll give me the opportunity to Sharp Dart, Fade Down Cloak. Architect Crest. Where am I right now? 29 hours. I guess I can't, I know what the answer's gonna be, but I can't check again. Or even be Greymore, right? I think it's the most accessible one. And they're not here. I guess I can check that Silk Dart save. Not sure how to go about loading back before that though. If it'll let me. That is not big. What are you doing? Oh. Revert to autosave. Primary save will be deleted. I don't remember what my thing was. I guess I'll make the save now. Just make sure everything's up to date, because I'm not... I also have to hope it has what I even need. Upload. I know the stream's probably just gonna be some Gilgamesh tomfoolery. Or Ultra Kill. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Of course I have it. I need to load back the Soap Dart save to see if that even has what I need. Oh yeah, I have to get out of this place first. Then I have to see. Where is the fastest one? Down. That is not right. No, it is. No, actually, it's not. We're probably gonna see you guys in the new area for the DLC. No, I just have to see if my theory, quote theory, is correct. If this save even allows me to. That's the thing, if it even allows me to. Or if I have to load further back. Either way, that is a lot of progress. Three more. Hopefully the jailer's there. If not, then I have to load even further back still. If that's the case, that is especially cancerous. Yep. That is not right. No, 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 wrong file. Please, 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 please. This will probably be the one. So I just need to see if they're still there. If they are, then I'll use this save. The thing I hate most about it though is they are not. Interesting. Architect Crest. Spawn here, Underworks. No, they actually disappeared way before that, now I think about it. Just get out of here first. Fastest way out. My teeth really hurt for some reason. Or not. Still not the right way to put it. Actually, no way to check. Well, I haven't been there yet, so maybe there's a chance. Gray. I don't likely hope it's not this far back though. There's so much work that I would have lost out on. Please. Oh no, it's Romney. I'm trying to double jump like. They are still here. Okay, then I think we have the file point to work off of.
Ada!
Problem is, I don't want to progress. I do and don't. Because I don't know what'll make them despawn, because obviously I haven't been to the mist yet. I haven't been to any part of Underworks. There's all this stuff over here, which I can't even reach. I have an idea, though, of what I was doing. No, I can't reach that. I don't have double jump. Been down in White Ward and stuff. Okay. Alright, I have an idea of where I was and what I was doing. I do still have that backup file. It's just the thing that I hate the most about this is every time I want to do this now, just in case I die, I have to reload that file, then reload a file in that file. And I cannot save on that file, so this will be like the equivalent to True Deathless. The most equivalent to a True Deathless thing I've done in a while. Well, at least I have an idea about that now, so where was I before this? Well, we have that. Alright, so that's 3 of 4 ready realistically. I mean, I can just keep... The thing about Nier is you can just keep playing it. You don't really... Just make... It would make things so much easier. It's just I don't know where to get half the shit from. It's a problem. But that's all the games that are really needed to do. Are there any other games I need to work on? On stream? Oh, this. Technically. I think we're ready for the next few streams. One thing I can do though is, well, if I wanted to, I could in theory load up Ultra Kill and start working on some of those challenges if I wanted to, but I kind of don't because they suck for me to do right now because I suck at the game. I think at this point though, it's Gilgamesh stuff, with being real. So I'd have to get my other PlayStation really quickly. Ooh. Wouldn't be exactly for strange stuff, but I can do some Memento stuff to make that less tedious, at least for me. I just put, after saying tedious, just process what it would be like fighting Gilgamesh. I can try getting that armor back. The one I missed out on. I really want to do Gilgamesh right now. No, actually. Actually, since I basically did everything I needed to for the games I needed to do them for, I think I will just end the stream here. I wasn't going to stream overtly long. I just really wanted to get that stuff out the way, and it was done a lot sooner than I thought it was going to be. So, yeah. Thanks to everyone who showed up for this incredibly short prep work stream for other games I want to stream. If you enjoy the stream, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe,